But let's transition to another team trying to squeeze into the playoffs here. Green Bay Packers on a little bit of a win streak right here. Aaron Rodgers telling everyone, like he always does, relax when they're on these little losing streaks. And I want to know, if they make the playoffs here, if they beat the Lions, do they make a little noise in the playoffs? Can they make a playoff run here, G?
Yes, they can. It's coming together for this team. And we said it over the last few weeks. We've been talking about this team, and they just had to take it one game at a time. We've been trying to pump them up, take one game at a time. They're doing that. They're in the playoffs right now. They're in the playoff run. This is it. They've got to win. So they got another game here where they have to win. Their defense shut down. Justin Jefferson broke a lot of fantasy manager hearts. Justin Jefferson shut down. So they also held Dalvin Cook and Alexander Madison to 3.8 yards a carry. Back-to-back games now with 4 takeaways. That defense is tough right now. And the offense is doing well. Aaron Rodgers, he has it in him, and he's starting to bring it out. Christian Watson's starting to come alive. This team is on a roll, man. They're on a roll.
Yeah, I'm going to disagree with you here. I think this defense has been very impressive, yes. But I'm not too impressed with who's most important when the games are on the line, and that's Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers has not been great during this win streak. Not great at all. Now, even this past game versus the Vikings, only 1 touchdown, 159 yards. And that's because the defense did a lot. They had a pick 6. They had a kick return for a touchdown. He didn't have to do a lot. He only threw 24 times. But, I mean, it's not that impressive of a game here from Aaron Rodgers. And that's been the problem, is this year Aaron Rodgers is having one of his worst seasons ever. And in the playoffs, everyone's defense is good. And everyone's quarterback is good. And so do I trust Aaron Rodgers in a playoff game? And right now I don't, because statistically, even during his MVP seasons, he gets worse in the playoffs. And so I think there is no way this team can actually make a run here. If you just look at who they've played the last few weeks here, the Vikings, the Dolphins, Tua got knocked out, the Rams, the Bears, the Eagles, they got destroyed by the Eagles. I mean, the guy has 1 more touchdown than picks over his last 5 games.
Yeah, those are good points. But I really trust this guy. If I'm the coach, I really trust Aaron Rodgers coming down the stretch. You need to take that team down the field. His leadership and his throwing ability are really impressive in the clutch moments. I would like to have him, if I was a coach, in the playoffs, just keeping that team calm, under control, in the huddle, and leading them down the field. I can see him doing that.
Hey, can I borrow your glasses? Because you must be watching a different game than I've watched in the playoffs the last few years. I don't know about you, but I'm pretty sure the 49ers came in and scored 1 defensive touchdown and defeated Aaron Rodgers. Okay, that's the only touchdown the team scored. I don't know about clutch drive down the field you saw, but I need to borrow your glasses. I'm sorry. Those must be fun to watch, glasses.
That is funny. That's funny. Well, speaking of the 49ers, the 7 seed plays the 2 seed, and there's a lot of things that can happen here on this 2 seed and where this 7 seed's going to have to go. First of all, Green Bay needs to beat out Detroit and Seattle, but let's assume they do. Do they want to go play at Philly, at San Fran, or at Minnesota? I can tell you which one they'd rather play at. Or at Tampa Bay.
They will get murdered by the Niners.
And right now they have to go to the Niners. The Niners are the 2 seed. But if things jiggle around, there's a chance they could play Minnesota, and they will beat Minnesota.
I agree with you there. I agree with you there.
Let's go, Green Bay. Come on, Aaron. You hear my man T Money talking about you, Aaron. Come on, man. I want you to go out and do it. Green Bay favored by 4.5 this weekend to get it done and take down Detroit. But Detroit has their own story. I know we're not talking about them right now. But, hey, the last do-or-die game like we have here with Green Bay and Detroit going at it was last year. Remember the Raiders and Chargers in overtime? The Raiders 35, the Chargers 32. It was tied in overtime. And if they tied the game, it would have sent, I believe it was the Steelers.
Both of them. No, they both would have gone.
Yeah, they both would have gone, but Steelers, I think, would have got knocked out.
Yeah.
And so instead of, the Raiders get on to kick that long field goal with Carlson and knock the Chargers out. By that, that's some hard feelings there, man.
Yeah.
Because they could have let it go and they would both be in.